Gender equality and social inclusion. Initiatives that incorporate social and cultural diversity and promote gender equality.
De este programa se ha promovido y estamos fortaleciendo la presencia de nosotras las mujeres en la organización.
AsproInca is a community-based organization that works with indigenous farming families to diversify agricultural production in an environmentally sustainable manner. Women farmers coordinate their own community projects and participate in a rotating fund that allows them to diversify production and incorporate organic methods and compost into agricultural practices, resulting in a more secure food supply. With the objective to improve the quality of life of indigenous Ecuadorians, UNORCAC works with member communities comprised of 3,225 families to conserve agricultural biodiversity and cultural identity while promoting community participation. Its gender vision is based on the Andean notion of duality, which allows for greater inclusion of women. Social roles are clearly defined, and women are responsible for preserving culture for future generations.
Since the prize has been given each year, we have picked themes which highlight particular aspects of the conserving biodiversity and at the same time creating livelihoods. This year, because it's such a hot topic, climate change has been one of the areas that we have looked for as we've gone through all of our applications.
Adaptation to climate change. Initiatives whose conservation efforts are also resulting in increased adaptive capacity of the community to cope with climate change. Climate change has greatly disrupted tropical marine ecosystems, especially coral reefs, through coral bleaching and increased storm events. This threatens local livelihoods and biological diversity. ICMMF has worked to empower communities in Papua, West Papua, and the Molucca Islands to sustainably manage their marine resources and adapt to climate change. Their approach has led to outstanding gains in populations of key species and major increases in catch, and its success is largely contingent on training and technical support to local communities.
Because with the impact of climate change, you will see ecosystems moving up or down, or ecosystems being fragmented or being, become smaller. Then we will depend a lot on the biodiversity in agricultural land in order to keep the biodiversity on which the world, in fact, to a large degree depends.
Agricultural biodiversity. Initiatives that have contributed to the conservation of ecologically and culturally important crop varieties or livestock breeds. Comaco promotes income generation, food security, and biodiversity conservation by linking more than 35,000 rural households with profitable and sustainable livelihood options. Comaco has created an incentive program to exchange guns for agricultural training and tools. The eco-friendly food products are sold under the It's Wild brand, thereby enabling market access.
At the end of the day, environmental management is about the poor people, who live on environment for their survival. But very often in our policy, in the international policy, we don't take the poor people really into account.
Really in that intersection where communities and governments and business come together that we think the most progress can be made for sustainable development. So we wanted to really acknowledge and honor what local people were doing in their own countries.
People who have never been out of their communities before, getting together and peer-to-peer, people who have the same kinds of experiences, being able to learn from one another.